everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura, and today you are joining me for week 55. Wow. 55 weeks of intermittent fasting, doing 1 meal a day, sometimes a little ADF, alternate day fasting, and some 16/8, but most of it has been 1 meal a day. I can't believe it's been 55 weeks. Wow. So this is actually going to be a really short update, but the video may look like it's going to be long. Really, it's just a lot of footage from what Ariel and I did last night. I'm going to tack it to the end, so I'll have it for my memories, if nothing else. But the update itself is not going to be that long. I was watching it last night and thinking to myself, I've got to cut this down, but I really don't want to. So let's jump in and tell you what all we did this week. Last week for me was my first week. I was going to try to get back on track and really hone in and start exercising and getting back to 1 meal a day because I've been playing so much. The exercising didn't happen at all. We had some bad, nasty weather come through, and it's been cold and rainy and yucky, and I did not go out not even one time to exercise. I was supposed to do a half marathon on Sunday. I didn't even go do that. I was so exhausted. I've been literally working 6 days a week, and I just thought, you know what? I'm going to sleep in. And I slept in on Sunday and didn't get out of bed till 10 a.m. It felt so good. But overall, the week was good. I fasted 2 days last week, complete fast, just water, tea, and coffee. Not as much water as I should, mostly tea. I've got to get back to doing better with the water. I fasted Monday and Saturday. The other days I ate 1 meal a day. And when I started looking back at it, what I ate, I was really like, wow, I ate burgers and fries every night except for one. I think I had chili and rice on Tuesday. And then the rest of the week, every time we went out, I had burgers. I went out, I told you guys I was meeting my meetup group on Thursday. I had a burger and chips there. And then Friday, I was actually planning on fasting Friday, but some coworkers from work after work said, hey, let's go over to Chili's and grab a bite to eat. So Ariel and I met up with them, and I had another burger and fries. Then Sunday, which was last night, Ariel and I went to Red Robin. I had never tried Red Robin before. It was the first time I've ever been there, and actually I really enjoyed it. But the bottomless fries, yeah, I had 2 rounds of garlic fries. They were delicious. So I don't know, maybe I was just in a burger and fries mood this week, but I did not cook at home but one day, and that has got to get better because I know I need to start cooking again, and the weight loss will move a lot better once I start cooking at home and eating my own food. So that being said, let's go into a little bit about what happened on that scale. Last week, and I weighed in with you guys, I was 180.2, I believe. And this morning I was 178.0. So that is a 2.2 pounds loss. Sure, it was mostly from the the full day of fasting on Monday and Saturday. That helped a lot. But I know that getting back to the 1 meal a day and fasting is helping me get my cravings back under control, because I'm telling you, these last few months, I've been all over the place. So I'm going to keep on doing that. Hopefully this weather will get a little better. I'm wishing for something that's not going to happen. It's supposed to rain 3 days this week. I need to get back outside and get to moving. But we are in our winter season now. Here in Houston, usually February and March is really when we get the nastiest of the weather, you know, some in January. So I know this is the bad time. I'm just going to have to make myself layer up and go out there and do it. I'm just putting it off. I really am. I'm just making excuses and putting it off. I don't want to get back into it. I know I need to, but I just don't want to make myself go. I hate the cold. So exercise didn't happen this week, but I'm going to really try harder. I really am. Other than that, Ariel and I did some fun stuff this week. And this is what I say, short video update, weight loss is done. If you don't want to stick around, great, but this is more for my memories. Later down the road, I can watch and go, oh yeah, we did that. This week at school, our high school is putting on a musical, a Dr. Seuss musical. Apparently they've done this for the last 12 years. Where have I been, right? So Ariel and I went and saw the musical Saturday night. We went and saw it, and I was really impressed. She fell in love with the main little character. He was a little elephant named Horton, and that boy can sing. There is some talent in that school. I was blown away by several of them. So yes, we did a little play, a little musical at the high school on Saturday night. And then last night, she and I went to an exhibit here in Houston. It was the Van Gogh exhibit. And let me tell you guys, the only reason I really know much about Van Gogh is because we used to do a lot of painting with the twist. I don't know if they have those where you're at, but you take your own wine in, you go sit down with this blank canvas, and the little instructor tells you do this, do that. And by the time you leave, you got something that sort of resembles something she did. Depends on how much you drank. So we did a lot of those. Gosh, probably 10 plus years ago, we were going so much that my daughter's room, wall to wall, had these paintings on them. We just hung every one of them in her room, and they literally was all over the place. We went a lot. So that's how I knew about Van Gogh, because they did like Starry Night. They did a couple of his paintings. So when we saw the exhibit had come to Houston and it's leaving next weekend, I was like, let's go up there and do it. I'm just curious. Man, that dude was insane. Like, clinically insane. He had epilepsy, so he had some sickness, but he was schizophrenic and ended up in a mental institution several different times, from what I'm understanding. And at one point, he actually cut his own ear off with a razor blade. I couldn't believe it. And took it to a brothel and told them, here's a souvenir of me. Once the last year and a half of his life, he was committed again to a mental home type place, and that's where he did most of his paintings at. Like 100 or 150 of his paintings and like something 800 or 900 drawings came from that one period of time. And after they released him, within a few days or so, he shot himself and killed himself. So the guy had a lot of issues, and he was only 37 years old. The whole time he was alive, he only sold one of his paintings while he was living, just one. So his fame and fortune, I guess, well, he didn't get any of the fortune, but his fame came after his death. But I was just like amazed at how much we learned about him yesterday, and we just had a really good time. It was really neat. I enjoyed the exhibit, and they had this immersion room to where you could just sit in, and around you on all four walls were all of his paintings. It was like they had come to life. You know, they're moving the whole time. And so I'm just going to throw all that in at the end of the video. And like I said, it's mostly just for me, so I can go back and look at it, you know, whenever later down the road. And that way I can delete all these videos off of my phone because my storage space is very limited. But anyways, that's what my week 55 update is. And if you don't want to watch all the Van Gogh stuff at the end, will not hurt my feelings at all. But we had a good week. The scale is moving down a little bit. I'm going to try to get back to exercising more and see if I can get back down to that lowest weight that I saw a few months ago. Anyways, so I hope you guys are doing well. Everything else is going good here. You know, another week at the bus barn has ended last week. Today we got our jackets in, so I'm happy I got my jacket with, actually now I feel like I fit in. I've got something with our logo on it. All right, guys, I hope y'all have a great day. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.